actually feel like doing like a player game.
Cool.
The quest was for free, but I'm totally okay after doing a player game now.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah. That guy has a big mouth on his belly.
Yeah, that is Stitches. He has an ult that will literally consume you.
It's Pudge.
It is Pudge. It's effectively Pudge.
Dota.
Well, because, of course, Dota is Warcraft.
Warcraft 3. Yeah.
In Warcraft 3, there was a creature called an Abomination, and they went, I'm going to use that model for Pudge. So, yes, Stitches is literally Pudge. They have a hook. They have... I don't know what any of other Pudge's abilities are, but they have the hook, the most iconic one.
All right, that's the point that he has the hook.
Yeah. So let's go over. We have 3 warriors on our team. Johanna, who is the Crusader from Diablo, very tanky, can't do much else. We have Stitches, who is able to do some good disruption abilities with the pulling with the hook and laying down, I believe, like a slowing poison or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah. Artanis can swap places with somebody by throwing a very easy to dodge prism, which has a very slow travel time. That's hilarious.
So what's the point of him?
I mean, if you can pull it off, it's great. It's interesting because it's not a pull the way Stitches is. It is a swap. So not only are you pulling someone out of position, you are going forward, so you can then continue to body block them. It's pretty good. If you use it in melee, it's very similar to Diablo's Overpower, where you pick someone up and put them behind him, because all you do is swap positions, but that's sometimes enough if you're in a tight corridor. Orphea is a custom hero for Here's the Storm. The concept is that she is from this game, right? If we think about this as being a series of heroes from Warcraft properties, or Blizzard properties, Here's the Storm is a Blizzard property, so she is representing this game itself.
Everything, yeah.
She is a cool mage and is going to be very similar to your role in the party. We are playing on Shire, where there's a big dragon in the middle of the map. Top there's a shrine, bottom there's a shrine, and we need to control those to then channel in the middle. Controlling them simply means to stand on the point while there's no opponents on the point for, 2 seconds, 3 maybe. And what that means is that you may then leave the point after it has been captured, and it still works. This is Johanna. I'm going to pull her with that. That's not who I meant. It's Diablo. May is very overextended. I'm going to try and stand in a position where she is body blocked by us. I'm going to throw down my armor, and Artanis dies. I'm going to then throw down a little bit of a blind to disrupt their auto attacks. I have not been super paying attention to the enemy team's composition yet. We do see that there's a May on the opposing team, and she should be killed. Very good. Although we did get stunned. And by we, I mean me. And I'm going to pop my shield, because that's what Joe does, and I am fine. I'm going to hearth all the way back, because there's no reason to waste my well at the moment when I need more healing than the well offers. I can't remember how much a well heals. I think it's 30, maybe 40% of your max health. And it does scale with the hero you're playing. Okay. The only one who's different, I believe, is Murky, who gets a full heal from the well, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's 80%. I'm going to head bottom to do a little bit of soaking and be in position to take the bottom shrine. You can see that Artanis had a similar idea to me. We're going to see if we can gank this Hanzo, and it looks like we might be able to succeed, but no, he was able to get away. Cool. There's 10 seconds before the shrine pops. I'm just going to be standing in a bush ready for that. What are you doing?
I was going down to where you were basically to secure the roots.
Cool. I am just going to, once the point is captured, I'm going to probably leave the point. If you want, we can do a little bit of sieging damage and try and take out these towers. The tower, I believe your Blizzard has better range than the towers do, so you don't even have to get within their range. Currently, you are within their range, and that would be dangerous if they did not have minions to fight. Middle looks like it's doing bad, but this one is going to try and contest the point, so we don't want to necessarily leave. I'm going to pop my shield and get out. Artanis is now ready. We're going to blind Raynor because most of his damage comes from auto attacks, and slow him with that, and he manages to get out. I recommend hearthing back, unless you have another means of healing. While I don't have a means of healing, I do have decent health regeneration, and... Okay, you made it out, good. And I have a shield that I can summon if I need to, so I'm just going to hang out for a bit instead. Looks like top is still not captured by either team.
Should I go up top?
I don't know. That's not very helpful. Why did I say that?
Make your peace quickly.
I really need more help.
Well,
if you could head middle.
I'm
Oh, you're at top
anyway.
now? That's fine. Good. You just need to figure out how many people there are in that area, because if there are too many, you'll just die without benefit.
I think there's like 2.
If you can poke people, do a little bit of damage without
Why not?
overextending yourself, you can whittle down the opponent without actually taking any damage in yourself, and that would be ideal if possible. I'm going to swing up to you right now, so I'm going to come in through these bushes. So if you can be in position, I can set her up. Okay, pull her back, slow her down, and now she has to body block. She's in that thing, pull back, don't get stunned, very good. Throw this, she got out, grab the point instead, because she's running anyway.
I got you. Let's go, get the point.
Yep. Our team is preventing them from capturing the dragon, and then you can swap the points. Looks like she's about to come up to you.
Here.
Yep. And that is fine. We can now actually grab her because now remember, she is a tank, she has a lot of health, but
Oh yeah.
we're both here, so we outnumber her, and she's dead. I'm going to Hearth back because I'm low on health. You may or may not want to, that is up to you.
I'll just take a fountain.
Sure. I'm going to take, what is the ability here? Conviction increases my movement speed when I'm using my big glowy circle around myself. And I'm also going to take Subdue, because I was apparently behind 2 talent tiers and didn't notice. Hanzo is pushing uncontested bottom, so I'm going to head down there, because mid seems like it is doing well. Okay.
I'll try
Since our minion wave is so far pushed up, you can't really soak very well without overextending, so you should be careful about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take bottom. I recommend swinging down to help out like Stitches or somebody. Unless you want to just soak lane, in which case you can use your Blizzard. Stitches is in the middle. Okay, we should be able to take that guy out. Boom, that guy's dead. Very good. I'm rotating back up to mid.
Until next time.
So being in lane is sort of a general rule of thumb, but it's not necessarily actually useful unless you're able to, get experience for it. So if a lane is pushed all the way up to their towers and you don't want to risk, being in the towers, there's no minions to kill, so it's not useful. I'm going to see if I can capture the point. But looks like they captured bottom, so that's a thing. I'm going to grab this. We need to make sure Stitches is doing a job defending middle while we capture the top. And it looks like, I think Artanis is trying to capture bottom. I don't know whether he'll succeed or not, but we would like to be in position to be able to capitalize on it if he does. So since the wave is already gone, you could try and do some siege damage and take out towers, or you can just switch to a different lane. So rotating between lanes is really common in this game. As opposed to being like, I'm one top, one mid, two bottom, or whatever the pattern is. I don't remember.
Yeah, which is I find way more fun than like a league just like staying in my lane till.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're gonna drop this here. See if we can get. Oh, hello. We all have a little extra wave clear basically with those lightning storms, and looks like bottom might need a little bit of help. I'm gonna come help them out. You should keep pushing with them. Try and stick to whoever you can. And I was not able to actually grab her, but we got point. Get ready. Oh no, the looks like Butcher is taking top, so it probably won't actually able to be captured. That's okay. Let me kill this guy, Artanis. And May is dead, I said, before she actually died.
Nice.
She's not dead yet. We did it eventually.
Mission accomplished.
She's pretty tanky. It turns out she's pretty tanky. Go figure that tank is tanky. Alright. Let's have a big team fight in the middle here. Everyone is ready to hang out and make this work. Diablo's able to skedaddle. Looks like everyone is doing a good job. Keep the pressure up. I'm going to grab top. Be ready to take point, or someone should. I don't know if necessarily it should be you or not, but feel free.
Where's the
so
bomb point?
It is the big old dragon there. You might want to also contest the nice. Yeah, try and make sure that Butcher can't grab that point. Oh wait, I'm being contested top. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Get away. Leave. Yep.
Yeah.
I was at 99% of the capture point, and then I got contested because I was not paying attention.
I must retreat.
Okay.
I will be.
Now this is how I find this map commonly goes. You push, you stalemate for a really, really long time, which means if your lane presence and ability to clear minion waves and win team fights is better than your opponent's, you just end up slowly winning the game via experience lead.
Yeah.
So that is what we are doing so far, and it is working quite well. I'm going to run to point and see if I can grab it. I cannot.
Be damned.
Okay, but Artanis and I should be enough to clear Mei again. It's happened a few times already, so, you know. And I have been stopped. That's cool. But she wasn't able to actually run away, so she's just dying needlessly. I think her intent is to hold point long enough that the opposing team can get the dragon.
Dragonite here.
And she did. So,
Yeah.
if you're able to poke the person doing the thing, then that's great. But otherwise, not. So, big areas of fire, don't stand in them, and they do damage over time. He also has an ability where he can just run up and kick you. You will see a, like, lion or something. I don't remember how it works. There it goes. You saw her flying. There's really nothing you can do if he decides to do that. If he decides to do that, you just have to be like, I'm going to walk back, I guess. That's really it. I'm going to take Holy Fury. Now, they're about to pop. You'll have a slight knockback if you're next to him. And we can stun and actually finish them off, probably. Okay, make sure you don't die. Looks like you'll be fine. Get out of the way of this.
Yeah.
And no, not by running away.
Oh god.
Yeah, run to the side. Run to the side. Sorry, I should have said that.
I did the exact same. I did the exact. What's that
Yeah.
movie where they don't run to the side?
I don't know.
Burn in the light.
It's like one of the alien movies. I think.
I'm
Prometheus.
sure. So I'm gonna head top, do a little bit of soaking, while we wait for the next shrine to show up. Looks like
Okay.
Butcher, or not Butcher, Stitches is probably gonna die, but he was saved by Diablo on accident, so that's fun. I was standing in lane, unfortunately, watching instead of actually helping. We're gonna throw down a blind to make it a little harder, and Stitches is fine. I think he would have died if Diablo had not accidentally saved him, so that's pretty cool. I'm into that. See if we can drop down a Blizzard where she's headed instead of where she is. That would be excellent. Nice, good job. And I'm just gonna try and
Okay.
run through, grab them, throw down my stun. I missed Mei with the stun though. I hit all the other heroes instead. Okay, that's fine.
Dang.
All our lanes have good presence still. Top lane is not, but it's also uncontested, so that's fine. I think well, actually bottom is now a problem, so we're gonna have to deal with that.
Why not?
Prepare
Now, there haven't been
yourselves,
much
heroes. The
mercs
shrines
going
will
on.
soon be
Hanzo's
ours.
super weak. We should be able to kill him very quickly. There he goes. And Raynor is similarly weak. We should be able to get rid of him as well. Good pull on Artanis. Nice, that guy's gone. Now, hopefully you can get out of the way of that. That's not you, never mind. That's Orphea. And he's gone. Let's take this camp. Since we're here, they will be nice at doing some backdoor damage, right? They will attack that camp from here, if I'm not mistaken. They'll just start punching it this way. No, they go to the bottom. Whatever. Same concept. They're going to attack the fort without actually going into the lane. So they're pretty uncontested. Looks like Artanis is taking bottom, so top is the one we have to actually go for. I'm going to head up there.
Choose a talent.
I am going to take Fanaticism as a talent. It gives me bonus movement speed whenever I take damage while I have a shield, effectively. I'm going to grab this point and do a little bit of a blind to make sure that no one's in the area. Looks like we are ready to take the thing. I think Stitches might grab it. We can actually just push this down instead. So we can split push, or you can push with the dragon.
I'll push with the dragon, I guess.
Cool. I was just saying because you were already here. No reason to double back. Now, I don't have amazing wave clear. I have okay wave clear for a tank. Assassins tend to be better at it unless they are single target assassins.
Oh god, there's a guy here.
Looks like you're dead.
Yeah.
So... I'm gonna throw it down like this. Right. stun that guy with ult so that I don't get completely destroyed,
It'll certainly miss
and then head out. I'm going to swing down to the party because I was getting ganked by a butcher,
That beast is not
and we want to make sure Orphea can get out quickly and quietly and fine. So that's good. Keep an eye on some things. Okay, I'm going to just check to see if anyone's doing that camp. They're not. And I don't think we should. That seems like a dangerous situation, but I can sort of threaten to do the thing. If somebody wants to go in and grab that while I'm over here, they definitely can. And I think that, yes, now is a good time. We're going to grab this, and I'm going to come back here to stand in the way. Do a lot of zoning, body blocking, all that good stuff. Body blocking is so hard to figure out. I was terrible at that for a very long time. I still am pretty bad at it. Okay. Knowing the range of your abilities is super important. If you cannot go in deep, if you don't need to, that's good.
Yeah. Your ability seems like pretty short range is a thing.
Okay, I don't know them well enough, so I couldn't really say. I just... Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Now, if you can run up, drop a blizzard, and run back out, that's probably useful. You can sort of use your... Pardon?
On the wave or where?
Just like whenever, like when you're using it, I mean, right? So if
yeah.
you don't overextend in ways you don't want to. Right, you can run up, drop one on the fort, move back, drop it on a wave, move back, that kind of thing.
Won't be long
Drop it on the team fight, because you want to be basing your range basically on your auto attack range, if possible. Unless your spells have longer range. But while most of your damage is coming from your spells, I think they have cooldowns. So, you know, you drop your spell, then you get into your auto attack range instead while wait for it to come back. Okay, that's going well. We have 5 seconds of the shrine. I think I will actually just grab this.
There must always be a dragon knight.
Does it make you feel faster if you have multiple people there?
No. There are some objectives in the game that work that way, but this is not one of them. We have 4 bot, which means every other lane is clear. So, we can grab this pretty uncontestedly if we wanted to.
Yeah, so I will blizzard up here.
Okay. Great. I'm going to drop down that stun, because Artanis and I are not going to be enough here without using ults. We're probably going to lose the bottom fort, but boom, that guy's dead. So we went from 4 down bottom to I think only 2 now, because 2 of them are dead already. And that lets you guys have the run of the map elsewhere. Artanis is probably going to die, but he has a pretty good bonus shield from his abilities. I need to get out of here before I get body blocked to death, because as much as I am unstoppable and cannot be stunned, I can be body blocked. So, bottom has been lost. I'm going to see if I can pull the siege giants, the mercenaries, into the tower range so that they can be killed by towers. Otherwise they outrange the tower, but they're not smart enough to, like, back up. Okay, I'm going to see if I can grab bottom point, but I'm probably going to lose it. And since I have no means of healing... Okay, I'm running.
Used my ult badly. Darn.
Take a while to get used to, that is for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Blinded by the Light, which is a bad name, because what it does is give my allies shields.
That does not sound like what that does.
It's called that because it has a very long cooldown, which is reduced whenever I blind a target. And therefore, it has a blind synergy, even though it's sort of indirect synergy. Looks like top is being contested very strongly. We can just kind of not worry about it too much, though. If we can stop them from gaining the Dragon Knight, which hopefully we can, I don't know. They're going to grab it, and we stop them. Okay. We can just push. Nice. We don't have to win the objective, since we are so far ahead on pushing.
Yeah, the objective is like a side thing.
Yes. A lot of times they're so important you really can't afford to not, but it is a side thing in as much that the actual goal, it is a means to an end. I'm going to see if I can grab top.
Alright, I will go...
Kill that Diablo.
Another foe crushed by the
yeah.
I did not get on my horse for some reason. Oops. Okay, May is rotating up towards me, it looks like, so that should be fine.
I guess I'll go with her.
When capturing a point, something to keep in mind is that if the opponent steps on the point, it is contested. So, a lot of times, you would want to stand on the edge of a point so that if somebody runs up towards you, you're body blocking them from actually getting the point. Just something to think about. Oh, we can kill May, can't we? Okay, she's in her ice and dead. Great. I'm gonna grab over here. I'm gonna hit my shield, even though there's no reason to. That was a bad use of the shield. I don't know why I did that. Okay, Raynor is being contested here. Keeping an eye on what your warriors and tanks are doing is usually really good for keeping an eye on setups. If you see someone being like set up, you want to focus on them.
Hey, nice.
And I just realized that's a game that had no healers. Don't know why I didn't notice that earlier. So, no healers, meaning easier to kill your opponents because they don't have a healer, but also you got to be a bit more careful. So, Orphea got the point. Cool.
It's the give and take of, yeah.
Yep. And what do we have in stats?
Epic.
Yeah, it's so weird that they changed.
Epic.
Oh, that's my healing shielding for other people. Right. I was the only one with healing numbers because I can give a shield to my allies. Very funny.
Yeah. You win the shielding race.
That's right.
What did I get for stats? Yeah, I guess I need to do better damage, I guess.
I unfortunately cannot give advice on being an assassin. I am bad at being an assassin. I don't do it. So, yeah.
What's her name?
I'm Deathwing.
The tank lady with the lightning gun. Oh, that's not her. That's not. Oh, that's a cool d.va.
Yeah, right? So,
yeah.
I find the history of these kinds of games so funny. Like, the experience of actually being there as they're developed is so interesting. When d.va was teased, she was teased via a screenshot from the cinematic that she was going to be revealed in.
Yeah.
That screenshot was a picture of the doors of, like, Hanamura, the map in Overwatch, with a big, like, 3-fingered claw mark on it, or 3-clawed claw mark on it, I guess. And a bunch of people were like, "It's Deathwing. We're finally getting Deathwing." And this, of course, was not expected by the devs. They were like, "Why is everyone talking about it being Deathwing?" Deathwing's like sort of a quasi meme request for a very, very long time. Spearheaded by one of the, if not the biggest, streamer of Heroes of the Storm at the time, who was just like, "I want Deathwing in the game. I'm gonna when I go to BlizzCon and I interview people, because he's like a big enough influencer, he gets to do that kind of stuff. I'm gonna ask them about it and try and get them in the game, and eventually here it is, right? Like, it had happened. It just came out, I think, prior to May was the last one, so like January or March.
It finally happened. We did it.
Yeah, but so because of him, I think mainly people were very really wanting Deathwing. And so when they saw this image, they went, "Oh, that's clearly a teaser for Deathwing." I realize you're not queued up, by the way.
Oh,
I don't know if you were intending to or not.
That was not intentional.
But suffice to say, it was not Deathwing. In fact, it was not even anyone connected to the claw mark. The claw mark was Diablo, because the cinematic is d.va fighting Diablo. I think Genji shows up too, because they were both revealing. They're revealing, I think, Genji, d.va, and the new Hanamura map at the time was what that cinematic was revealing. And so I don't know when they decided to make. I can't remember when the Deathwing d.va skin came out, but that is a direct reference to this community thing that happened, right? Like, out of context, there's no reason for why that happened. it's a cool
it's a
looking
cool-looking skin, but,
right?
like-
Yeah, but like it's not
Yeah.
connected to anything like that. It's
Yeah, I think we-
directly
I
based
would
off this event. You
never
had to
guessed
be
that
there
was the
for.
reason.
Right? Yeah, and there's a bunch of other jokes about that in the game. I know there's a spray you can
Oh, we're
get.
playing against a Cho'Gall.
We are playing against Cho'Gall. I guess I should talk about this. Hi, we are playing on Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is a map where you have 3 lanes. There are minions that will drop gems. You pick them up, and if you die with them, they drop on the ground, but only you can pick up gems of your color, or the opposing color, or whatever it is. So, if you can defeat an opposing hero who has gems, they drop them on the ground, but you can't pick them up. Instead, you defend them, and their allies collecting them until they time out after a few seconds. You want to collect gems because you will be turning them in here and here. Those places will only become active once, it's actually reasonable and yada yada yada. I'm going to take Rushdown as d.va. And then they will summon a big boss to push in all 3 lanes at the same time. It's pretty great. d.va and Jaina split push? Sure, why not? I don't know what that means. I mean, I sort of do, but it means we want to go into the lanes. So you top, me bottom, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
super
guess we'll
great
do
at
that, I
laning.
guess.
I don't think. Looks like Kerrigan's going down there. We're going to drop down our nice defensive matrix so that Butcher can't do a ton of damage. And then we're going to push back to save our allies. We can see if we can actually kill this Butcher. Looks like we were going to because Kerrigan was able to body block. I should probably go with characters. We have Mei on our team. d.va, Jaina, Kerrigan, and Lily. Lily is our healer, so keep the most eye on her because she has the least ability to defend herself and is the place where you get healing. If
So
you want to get
over your gems to get them?
Pardon?
Do you have to walk over the gems to get them?
You have to walk on them, yes.
Do you have to walk over the... Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, we've got a Mei who's being targeted, but I'm able to reduce a lot of that damage with my defensive matrix as Deathwing. On the opposing team, we have Vala, a very squishy assassin, Butcher, a non-squishy assassin, and Lucio, who is their healer, so keep an eye on him. He is probably he's got like blue pants and green lines on him, I don't know. Yeah, stuff.
Oh, there's a guy here.
There is a guy there. That is Cho'Gall. He is 2 guys, so do not underestimate him.
I will not.
I'm going to grab a little bit of healing.
What you're doing is say,
and I'm going to
assuming they
rotate
teamed
up.
up.
I will be rotating up. Now, I, as a person in a mech, do not have a mount. Instead, I dash like this. Woo! And we can see there's an eye in this bush, which I've just killed, so that's fine. I'm actually going to turn a little bit in, even though 6 is not a whole lot. In fact, I changed my mind. I need to go try and kill this guy. I wasn't able to do it. That's fine. Now, d.va. If anyone watching has not seen her before, the way she works is she is in a mech. When she dies, she falls out as d.va, just like she would in Overwatch. And then I get to run around and shoot people with a gun. This means that I am very good at holding objectives like the one on this map, because I don't drop when I die as long as my real body does not die, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
What else? When I am a normal person, I am able to get on a mount like normal. I'm going to turn in 9 gems, assuming that, okay, Cho'Gall is coming, so I'm going to drop this. Now, I will be generating a lot of, or in theory a lot of, energy for my explosion. If we can lock down an opponent so that they cannot dodge it, I'm going to get through this? Yes, I like get through this. It's not necessarily the best, but it's the one I like the most. When I take damage, or I think deal damage with my auto attacks, I generate energy for my self-destruct, which is currently fully charged. You can see that pulsating pink bar under my name is saying that it is ready, which is displayed for all people to see, including our opponents. It's a big don't fight me meter. If we can lock down an opponent, they can probably get killed by it, but most likely instead what we will do is we will just use it for zoning potential because it's very easy to get out of the way of. It has such a long lined up time. Again, if you have a means of locking someone down, like if someone gets caught in your ice ring, for example, it's a very good way. It's also a good way of basically healing, in as much that I'm now back to full health. So now that I'm d.va, I'll play around with her for a bit just to show her off. But I can get back in my mech at any time because I willfully detonated it. If I was killed, I would have to recharge my mech before I could get it back. I am going to actually get in immediately because I am going to die if I don't. And we're going to try and drop this. Normally, I would do something like Dazer Zone, but I haven't taken that talent yet because I've been focusing on other things. I'm going to see if I can put in my 12 gems. Obviously, we're trying to hit the total gem amount of 50, so 12 right now will give us up to exactly enough. I'm going to see if I can block this guy. He can't do much damage. In fact, I am reducing both Cho and Gall's damage when I do that, making it very effective. I'm going to see if I can zone, grab these gems. I am dead, but that's fine. So that gives our opponent, I think, a quarter? Is it a half or a quarter? It's half of a hero kill, so we don't want to do that all the time, but it's not nearly as bad as actually dying. I will take Dazer Zone, which again, I don't think is a very popular build, but it's the one I like, because as a warrior, I want to be able to slow people, and d.va can't really do that in any other manner. Currently, my Summon a New Mech is on cooldown. It starts at 45 seconds, and cooldown is reduced as I shoot things. They don't have to be heroes, so I can just shoot this wall, for example, to get credit towards it. And I am now ready to get back in.
I feel like we're doing pretty well.
I think we're doing pretty okay. We can see that Cho'Gall is soloing the top. Well, there's two of them, but you know what I mean. And we can probably push this down while there's no one. While we have minions to soak the tower shots, which is good. I'm going to try and...
Cho'Gall's here.
Cho'Gall's here. I'm going to try and keep him in my zone so that I'm reducing his damage. I actually get an ongoing track of how much damage I prevented. I prevented 2,500 damage in that last 5 seconds or something, which is pretty nice. Now it contributes not just to hero damage reduced, but also minion damage, and therefore that number is probably inflated because they were doing AoE damage that was hitting minions. I now have my ability back. Self-destruct. I don't want to use it right now. In fact, we have Mei pushing bottom. She's probably going to get ganked, so we want to stop that.
Let's go for the high score. Nerf this. In my crosshairs.
Okay. Mei is able to finish what she was doing, which is great. But she does look like she's still going to maybe get jumped on, so we want to get back in that area. I'm going to get on. What is my mount? My mount is a goat. Okay, we almost got overextended, which is great. Now I get to choose my ult, which is always a weird choice. I'm going to take the Big Shot, which is an ult that I can only use when I am currently not in my mech. It's a very interesting design. There it is. We'll finish that off. And I take that one because I just think the other one's pretty weak. Obviously, I'm ideally not out of my mech very often, but since I can get out of my mech via self-destruct, I don't have to... It's not like it only comes up once I've died, which is nice.
I have a question. If I summon the Warrior Elemental, do you know if I have to control it, or...?
I think it just does its own thing. I'm not 100%.
Okay.
The tooltip might give you more information.
Okay. It doesn't really, but that makes sense.
So there are some abilities like Nazebo's Ravenous Spirit, I believe it's called, which will straight up, if you channel it, you can't do anything else while it's out. It does a bunch of stuff. But yours does its own thing, and you get to continue acting as a hero during that time. We can see that the opposing team has 51 gems across all of their heroes, and 14 are actually contributed into the thing. Now 44 are contributed to the thing. So kind of a big deal. So they're getting very close to turning in their final gems, but so are we. You can see that our gems requires 55 because we've turned in once already. It goes up as you turn in. So I'm going to turn in 9 to bring us up to 46. And we need another 10 gems to contribute to the next thing. Some people will tell you that you want to be very, what's the word? Thoughtful about when you deposit gems and stuff, because you can do some timing pushes. I don't know enough about that. Instead, I'm just going to try and turn in gems.
I'll turn some gems. Oh, wait. Not necessary.
Yep, an ally on our team did it, though, so we can still have time. Now, if we go to tab, we can see there's 8 gems on Cho, 4 gems on Butcher, and 1 gem on Vala. So, if we can kill Cho'Gall during this time, because you can't turn in while there is a spawn, we theoretically could prevent them from being able to actually turn in once this is over. Otherwise, once this ends, they'll try and turn in. Sorry, I'm joking. They will try and turn in. You see that Vala is over here. If we can kill her, that would be great. I'm going to try and pop out and see if we can get rid of Cho'Gall. Very good. And I'm going to get on a horse. Chasing down a warrior is usually a bad idea because they're good at not dying. I don't know where that guy went. Oh, he's over there. Okay. I see that he's still very low health. Anyway, I am going to take... I think it's emergency shielding? When it would be destroyed, yes.
Taking the shot. Your enemy's fort has fallen.
Okay. I missed with my big shot. My ult is actually just a cool extra ability in my D.va form. You're not really intended to use your D.va form. She doesn't actually have abilities unless you talent into them.
It is over.
Or pilot form, I guess is the proper term.
Have you now?
Okay.
Word.
So we're being slowed while we're in that. I'm going to see if I can grab these gems. I'm going to jump into my mech and start reducing power here. Very good. Preventing damage. Do a little bit of that. Snowball's good. Okay.
Hey, Snowball.
I did not know that she yelled snowball cannon. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can... Oh, I was going to say let's get that Merc camp, but Kerrigan is already on it. Oh, we got to make sure that they don't turn in because they only need 5 more. So it's going to be very difficult to not have them turn in. We're probably just going to have to let that happen, which is fine. Just part of the game.
Yeah.
They have to win it sometime, probably, usually.
Yeah.
Because of the design of this one. Sometimes that's not the case. I can't chase him down. I can't go fast enough. I literally don't even have a mount.
Ah, fuck.
You get him?
Got him.
Very good. Try and make sure that Butcher can't pick up the gems. If he had any. I don't know if he did or not. I wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah, gems, but they went away.
Now, something I started saying before and then got distracted, is that while I am trying to charge up my meter, and the way to do so is by taking damage predominantly, my Defensive Matrix W ability has the added benefit of, even though it reduces damage taken, it counts as full damage going towards charging my meter. So, ideally, to charge meter really fast, what I want to do is I want to take damage while reducing the actual damage. While usually I use this to try and defend allies, defending myself with it is very, very good for that kind of thing. I'm going to take Torpedo Dash at this level. This gives me an extra ability when I'm in pilot form. It'll make me a bit more survivable, because normally she's really squishy in that form. I'm not doing much, so I'm just going to do a little bit of this. Now, obviously, we don't really want to focus on this guy because he's too beefy, but he is evaporating fast, so we can probably catch him. I'm going to try and dash forward, and Kerrigan should help us finish the deal because she is a crazy assassin with that really nice claw pulley you might have noticed. We should be able to turn in. We have 43 out of 60 gems, so not enough, but we can get them in the bank so that when we die, we don't lose them. And I'm going to see if I can send in a bomb. Because one of the things I haven't shown with D.va yet is that I can do my rocket boots and then drop my bomb and it keeps going. Which was not useful at all. I just thought it was funny, so I did it. Okay. Now, I haven't been paying too much attention to the opposing team's Lucio. It is AoE healing around him, as it would be in Overwatch.
Makes
He's
sense.
one of the like
I feel like the Overwatch
really.
characters are translate very well to this game.
They do, right?
Yeah.
Most of the characters in this game aren't really playable characters in the original thing. I mean, they kind of are, but like Jaina and Thrall and like a lot of the Warcraft heroes are. Yeah, they were playable, but they were sort of generic in that. That's how all of them played, generally speaking. Turn that off. Okay. See if we can not get killed. Kerrigan's gonna die. Let's see if we get her gems. Okay, let's just skedaddle. You're being focused because you were the squishy. But we should be able to kill this guy. No problem. Beautiful. Let's retreat and heal up as best we can.
Hey, nice. I got double kill.
You did. Now, hearth back as soon as you can find a safe bush.
Yeah. Let's go here.
And I probably should as well.
I
but
can't
I'm
believe
just
I
gonna
survived that, actually.
Yeah, you were really low health.
Yeah.
It was very close. So we can see that May is also almost dead. She has 10 gems, but she should probably hearth back before she turns them in. Unless she wants me to. Looks like she's turning them in, so I'm going to run interference just in case. 3 of them are dead, so it would be very difficult for her to get jumped on right now because the enemy team also wants to play safe and not do it. Something worth pointing out is the way that the minion waves will sort of pile up, and you can really go into a wave and grab a ton of gems at once if a wave got pushed up. Okay, very good. And that is another turn-in for us. I am taking a lot of damage, so I'm probably going to get killed here. Ooh, I forgot about that ability, and I torpedo dash out. So now I'm Tiny D.Va again. I'm going to do a little bit of a big shot, which is not an ability that is from Overwatch. It's funny because a lot of the Overwatch things, it's an FPS, so they don't really have a ton of abilities. They don't have like a full suite of 5 or 6 abilities. So a lot of them are just kind of made up for this game. But regardless, there is a lot going on that does translate well. Again, as opposed to heroes like Cho'Gall, who is not a hero, they're a boss, right? Like, you know. Now that, you can see my bomb went off there, and it was really more of a zoning tool than anything else, because I keep accidentally going into my mech instead of using my big shot, which is a shame, but whatever. And this should be it.
Yeah.
How's this working out? I don't remember. I don't remember how to... I forgot how to taunt. Very important thing. It's like C or something? No. Alright, C opens the radio menu, I think, maybe. And I will throw it
Good
GG.
punctuation, guys.
Yes, by default, it is... by default, it has censoring on. I have left mine on, but most people I play with turn it off, I find. I don't really need to know in which specific way somebody is trash-talking me, usually. In that case, it was positive, so that's fine. But in a lot of situations, it's like, I don't need to know which 5-letter word this is. Or 4-letter word, I guess, is more common.
Yeah.
Oh, I finished the event quest, at least the first part of it. Is there multiple
Honestly,
parts?
I think you have 5-letter words like that.
Maybe. There's some. Let's just leave it at that.